Hey everybody, I know it's been a long time since I sat down and spoke with y'all, and there's been a lot of different reasons on why I have been very inactive on social media with the podcast and stuff, and I haven't done explaining to anybody, and it's been on my mind for a really long time now, and so I'm finally glad that I finally get to sit down and be able to express everything to everybody, because I've been asked a lot about when we're going to upload and everything and like that. And so I'm just glad that I had this opportunity right now to be able to sit down and express everything with y'all. So as far as like the podcast goes, it's something that I really, really love doing. And I loved how I've had the opportunity so far to have groups of wonderful people, music artists. I got to have my dad on. I got to do a lot of fun things with people, and they got to share a lot of good stuff with me. And I'm very thankful for everybody who has been supporting the My Two Cents channel for such a long time, even from the very beginning when I started doing it. It's something that I really wanted to do, and I didn't really know how to do it at first. I didn't think I was prepared enough to start when I did. Because I really didn't put that much effort into qualities of videos and editing and sound and all that sort of stuff. I just never really thought about it. I just really was so eager and anxious to get in and start because I wanted to do it so badly. And the episodes that I did were good. I really enjoyed them. I enjoyed talking with the people that I talked with. But the quality of the videos were really not what I wanted them to be. As a lot of you guys know, I used Zoom as my major platform to do these interviews, and that just caused me a lot of problems and disrupted videos and audio and stuff like that. But now I changed everything about what My Two Cents was and how we're going to move forward with this channel. We have upgraded to not really like a studio, but we finally have a place where we can come and record once a week, and I finally have all the equipment to do so. Brand new camera, sound guys, mics, lights, we got everything. So we're finally at where we want to be, to where we can start putting this content out weekly and also do stuff on the side with social media. And with that being said, we're going to rebrand. We're going to change everything about, like I said, what My Two Cents was, because My Two Cents was great, but it's time for something new. And so a lot of stuff is going to be changed in terms of the quality and quantity of content we put out, in terms of how recently we upload, and just a lot of different things that are going to be changing. And I'm really excited to usher in a new era of a podcast. And so with that being said, we're going to change the name from My Two Cents to The Lunch Hour, which took me a long time to think of, and I talked with some friends and they thought that was a really good idea. So we're going to call it The Lunch Hour within the next couple of days. Probably by the time you're watching this, the YouTube and Instagram will already have been changed. But to everyone who supported My Two Cents all along the way, I thank each and every one of y'all, all 100 and I think 10 of you that are subscribed to me. I appreciate all of that. And so after all that, I'd also want to talk about something that I have also been wanting to talk about for a really long time, that I haven't really had the platform nor the motivation to do so. So I wanted to talk about stuff that I went through about a year ago in terms of my mental health and things that I went through. I had just moved to Oxford, Mississippi, going at my dream school, Ole Miss, what I've been wanting to do ever since I was a little kid. going to Ole Miss and being a part of everything of Ole Miss, and it was just a dream of mine. And when I finally got the opportunity to go, I eagerly jumped on it, and I didn't even think twice to think about if I was ready to go or not. I didn't know if I was ready to take that step from small junior college to a big time university. I didn't know if I was ready, and I wasn't. And I didn't think about that at all. I didn't think about what was best for me, and I thought about what I thought was right, not versus what I should have done. And I'm still kind of making up for those mistakes now, but it is what it is. And so I went through a time in my life where not everything felt okay. Like I didn't feel okay. I woke up every day and just kind of felt gray and didn't really care much about what was going on, no matter what was going on throughout the day, and not to say that I didn't have any good times, because I did. I was in a fraternity. I made a bunch of friends, and I was having fun. I'm not going to say that I didn't, because I did. But along the lines of everything that I was doing, something still never really felt okay. And I never really took the time to sit down with myself and really think about what was going on with me. And I was more worried about my social life and hanging out, partying, being with friends and all that sort of thing. And I really didn't take the time to focus on myself and what's really best for me. And once I did, I realized that a lot of things needed to change about myself. I needed to be a kinder person to people. I needed to be just overall just a better person and just be kind, because I think that along the lines of finding true happiness and being really happy in your life, it's just simply just being kinder to other people. And through this time, probably about a year and a half of just not doing good. And I didn't really know what was wrong at the time. Like I said, nothing really felt okay, but I really wasn't really sure why, because I'd finally gotten everything that I wanted, being in Oxford and all that sort of thing, and it still never really changed anything. And I'm really thankful for my time that I did spend up there. I was blessed to meet a bunch of great guys from all over the country, meet some of my best friends that I know that will be my friends, for the rest of my life, and guys that I still keep in touch with weekly, and guys who reach out to me and ask me how I'm doing and stuff. And with people doing that, that makes me feel better and know that I did somewhat do something while I was there, even though I thought that I didn't. And a thing about me is that in my life, I want to make sure that I gave to people a lot more than what I took from people. And so that's why I never really ask for things. I don't really ask for help and stuff, because I'm kind of a guy who wants to get it done myself. But I wanted to give to people, and I wanted to impact more people's lives. And since I was going through all my mental health stuff with my anxiety and depression, I couldn't do that, because I was so focused on what was going on with me. And so I didn't have time to contact other people and ask them how they were doing, and I just lost a really good part of myself that people said that I've had in my life for a long time. And I never really understood that, when people say that, when my dad tells me all the time how everybody, loves me and stuff like that, but I've never really ever thought about that sort of thing, because I've only been me my whole life, and I've never done or tried to do anything more than that. And that was a really interesting thing to hear, especially from my father. We always had kind of we've always had a good relationship, but there have been times when you really don't want nothing to do with them. And I think that's a lot of things that adolescent kids go through. And I think that it's really bad to hold that kind of hostility towards a person, especially for a long period of time. I've and today still trying to reconcile with people that, you know, that I have not necessarily wronged, but had, you know, disagreements or, you know, beef with. I don't know why I just used that term, but over the years, just trying to, you know, make sure and just trying to reconcile and make things better with people, because I want people, you know, when I die and when I leave, I want people to look back on what I did and say that, oh, he did good things. So I wanted to make sure that that's how I'm, you know, perceived and portrayed, you know, towards the end. And like I said, it all just starts with being a kinder person to people, you know, tip people at restaurants, open doors for people. It's just smiling at somebody. You never know what that can do to somebody, how that can make somebody's day. And so I've changed a lot about myself, and I think I've made myself a better person over this past year, because I look back and I think about what happened, and I would ask myself sometimes, would I change anything that I did differently? And I always tell myself the same answer every time, which is no, I wouldn't. You know, yeah, maybe I would like to have been a little bit more happier last year. Maybe I would have, you know, done more things that I didn't do. But I look back and I'm not necessarily glad that it happened, but I'm just kind of relieved that everything's over, because I think those experiences and that kind of stuff that people go through, like the pain and stuff that depression and anxiety puts on people, it's heavy, and you just got to keep your head up and make sure. And another thing that I learned is that you just got to reach out to people, you know, and that was the problem with me. I kept everything inside of me for over a year, and I didn't really tell anybody about what was going on, because I was just scared about, you know, what people would say, and people thought I was making it up or whatever. And I realized that you can't do that, and you got to be able to come out and openly speak about, which is why I'm doing this right here in somewhat of a larger audience scale, and trying to reach a larger audience than just the people that I surround myself with. And I'm just trying to do better, and I think that I am, and I'm very happy and impressed with myself over the past year. I see things every day about myself that change, and oh yeah, I've just seen a lot of things differently about myself that I definitely wouldn't have done, you know, this time last year. Just a lot of things have changed, and for the better, you know, and which is great. And I'm glad to say that I've done so. I've changed a lot about myself, physically and mentally. For those of you who follow me on my Instagram, I posted a picture that just showed me doing a little work around the track. Yeah, I'm down like 50 pounds, I think, 60 pounds now, which is probably one of the craziest achievements that I think that I've ever said that I've done before, because I've always had periods in time where I've put weight on and put weight off. And so just doing a lot of things differently, and I think getting in like a daily routine of doing stuff, I think that can be supportive for your mental health, and how that can help you. Because if you just stick to, you know, staying in your room all day and, you know, watching TV or playing video games and stuff, that is what, you know, slowly is making that pain much worse, is because you're isolating yourself and not really going out and getting real human interaction and being around people that you may not know could help you, but they can. But just with all that being said, I just wanted to thank everybody who's been along the journey for about a year, and been doing everything that I've been doing. I know that I haven't really been the most dependable channel, I guess is the way I want to say it. But now things are different. Like I said, we are going to make much better content more frequently, and no more Zooms, which is great, because I hated it just as much as y'all did probably. But we're going to start with So this video, by the time you're watching this, it'll be Thursday night when this is out. And on Sunday, I will be doing 1 or 2 shows in Oxford that will be aired next week and then the week after. And then we'll start doing occurring weeks where I keep coming back. And if it's either me or my sound guy, Trey, who's also my roommate, who's off over there in the corner, who's been a tremendous help. We drove around the car today for like 4 hours trying to find everything, and just because we really have been wanting to get this done for a long time. And the last thing I want to do before I end this is I want to apologize to the sponsors and the brands that have given me the opportunity to use my platform to talk about their brands. A lot like the Kessler family, the Rogue, Smoothie King. Let's see who else. There's and I just wanted to say that I know that I wasn't the most, I wasn't the best about doing all that stuff, and like I said, I just wasn't very educated on it. But now that things are differently, I'm just wanted to really apologize and be able to say that. I'm sorry, and that I never meant any disrespect towards the brands in any way, and I only meant to uplift those brands and make them bigger. But yeah, like I said, thank you everybody who's watching, and I'm excited to usher in the new era of the lunch hour, and I'm excited to bring everybody along with me. So thank y'all, and we'll see y'all next time.